Hello, everybody. Once again, welcome to my channel, the Old Man Reaction Channel. Now, this tonight, I'm once again reacting to VOB, voice of Baceprot. Now, I've reacted to some of my favorite sort of remakes, performances they had, covers that they had of some of my old man favorites, some of my old man favorites from back in the early '90s. Rage Against the Machine's Killing in the Name, Enter Sandman by Metallica. But they've got quite a list of original content as well, and I would love to hear some of that because they absolutely are amazing. Their Killing in the Name was amazing. If you want to go back and watch that one, that was amazing. That cover, that was just blew my mind. But this is interesting one from I've read a little bit out, did a little research. This is probably their most streamed song of all time. And this is my first time hearing it. And it's called God Allow Me. I think God Allow Me to Sing. God Allow Me Please to Play Music, I think is the full title. And this is apparently they got a lot of flack from the religious community because, of course, they play metal, rock music, do rock videos while wearing the hijab. And apparently there was some controversy regarding that from some religious groups, apparently. And so, yeah, definitely a very unique band. I really like what I've heard from them. And this is them. I think that's what this is about, their most streamed song. And I'm talking about in this video the religious opposition that they've had to go through from people who don't like them to perform rock music, apparently, when they're wearing the hijab. So anyway, let's take a look. This is the official music video for God Allow Me to Play Music. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Hitting the drums. Oh, yes. Wow. They do sound a little like Rage Against the Machine. Oh, wow.
Why today many perceptions have become toxic? Why today
This has become toxic.
many people wear religion to kill their music? I feel like I am falling, pushed down, swallowed by the crowd. I'm not a criminal, I'm not the enemy. I just wanna sing a song to show my soul. I'm not the corrupter,
This is for a real big
not
song.
the enemy. I just wanna sing a song to show my soul.
Wow, this is so good. Listen to that guitar. Got the fire there, and you got them in chains. Sort of burnt. So I think what they're doing there is they're talking. It's sort of like they're being burned at the stake, chained and burned to this. Sort of for all that flack they're getting. They just want to play music. They want to have heavy music, have a good time, and people, I guess, the real kind of Puritan type people, I guess, are giving them a really hard time. And that goes on in many different religions, of course. We know about that in all different countries know about that. There are people, people of all different faiths, but then there are people who are very much say, no, this is the only way to do it, and if you do it differently, you're a heathen, you're terrible. A lot of countries going through that, unfortunately. But wow, a lot of symbolism here. They are really. This guitar sounds so good.
God allow me please to play music. 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 Why today many many perceptions have become toxic. Why?
A little reggae, a little more mellow here.
Idealizations are abusing our
Wish for a world.
mind. I feel like I'm falling down in the
Trying to read
deep
all that.
hole of hatred. I'm not the criminal.
Not a criminal.
I'm not the enemy. I just wanna sing a song to show my soul. I'm not the corruptor. I'm not the enemy.
Not the
I
enemy,
just
just wants
wanna
to sing.
sing a song to show my
Wow.
God, allow me please to play music. God, allow me please to
God,
play
allow me,
music.
please.
God, allow me please to play music. God, allow me please to play music.
Wow, what a voice too. Wow, and the symbolism. That I am really impressed by this band. This is and just the music and so that's the first original that I've heard from them, and that is every bit as good as the cover. Of course, not surprisingly. But wow, I mean this is a rock metal. They kind of mix genres a little bit. Sometimes they get a little bit more. There's part of that that sound a little bit like 311, a little bit more, a little more mellow reggae, but most of it was definitely rock and metal, and just had a great sound, great guitars. This is an amazing band. I'm so glad. It was actually my sister who turned me onto this band. She wasn't trying to get me to do a reaction. She was saying, "Hey, Carl, you might like this," or "Old man, you might really enjoy this." And I'm like, I'm gonna hold that off. I'm gonna react. That was the Enter Sandman, and then I discovered Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name cover, and then this one. But wow, what a band! And isn't it? And like they said, they just want to sing, and like who, like why would somebody think that just a type of music or singing songs is evil for any reason? I understand if it's like evil lyrics or something, if it's like death, I can understand people who are more religious might not be fans of, let's say, some of the death metal lyrics about, some of the, weird stuff, murder, death, that sort of a thing, Slayer, that sort of a thing. But they just want to sing. They just want to have heavy music and wear their hijab and just have a good time. And they're doing, I mean, they're pretty amazing though, from what I've seen so far. Anyway, let me know if there's some other VOB that you'd like me to react to. But yeah, definitely really like what I've seen so far. That's because, a lot of times I'll see a newer band. I'm like, oh, okay, they're pretty good. I'd like to hear some more from them. This band, I'm like, okay, wow, this is one of the bands that I've seen that I've listened to with the verse. And sometimes I'll listen to a song from a band that I know of, and I've heard the band before, but not a particular song. I try to do reactions to things that I haven't heard before, or I haven't heard the song, even if it's a band I know of. But of the bands that I've never heard of before, I think this is the one I'm most impressed with. I mean, this VOB, I think, wins hands down of the bands that I haven't heard before, as far as like, wow, this is something else. Anyway, let me know if there's anything else from VOB you'd like me to react to, and I will see you next time.